Your grandfather made it. Your father made it. You are making it right now. And if nobody stops you, your children will make it too. It is not a bad investment. It is not laziness. It is one single invisible mistake that resets every generation back to zero. And today, I am going to show you exactly what it is and exactly how to stop it. I want you to meet two men, James and Marcus. Same age, same city, same starting salary of $4,000 a month. James gets his first real paycheck and does what feels completely natural. He upgrades his apartment, buys a better car, gets the phone he always wanted, starts eating at nicer places, starts dressing the part. Every upgrade feels earned. Every upgrade feels like progress. Marcus gets the same paycheck. He keeps his old apartment for one more year, keeps driving the same car, puts $200 every single month into building assets. Nothing dramatic, nothing that anybody notices. Fast forward 3 years. James gets a raise to $6,000 a month, and almost immediately, his lifestyle costs $6,000 a month. He upgrades again, bigger apartment, newer car, more subscriptions, more experiences, more everything. Marcus gets the same raise. He moves into a slightly better apartment and increases his asset building to $400 a month. Nothing flashy, nobody's impressed. But something very important is quietly happening in Marcus's financial life that is not happening in James's. And that difference, invisible for years, will eventually determine everything. What James is living through has a name: lifestyle creep. And it is the single financial mistake that has repeated itself across every generation, every income level, and every country in the world, without exception. Here's how it works. Every time your income increases, your spending increases to match it. Your lifestyle expands to fill every dollar you earn. And the result is that no matter how much more you make, you save the same percentage of nothing. A person earning $2,000 a month and spending $2,000. A person earning $10,000 a month and spending $10,000. A person earning $50,000 a month and spending $50,000. All three of these people are in the exact same financial position, one disruption away from serious trouble. Lifestyle creep does not care what your salary is. It does not care what your title is. It scales perfectly with income. It grows silently. It feels like reward. It looks like success. And it quietly guarantees that the financial reset button gets pressed generation after generation after generation. Here is the part nobody talks about. Lifestyle creep does not feel like a mistake while it is happening. It feels like finally living the life you worked for. You spent years studying, years building your career, years making sacrifices. And now the money is there, and spending it feels like reward. It feels like justice. It feels like the natural conclusion of everything you did right. And that is exactly why it catches everyone. Because it disguises itself as progress. The new car is not greed, it is reward. The bigger apartment is not overspending, it is upgrade. The nicer restaurant is not careless, it is enjoyment. Each individual decision is completely reasonable. But collectively, silently, they consume every dollar of growth your income produces, and they leave nothing behind to build on. The trap is invisible because every step inside it feels like a step forward. Now, let us look at what Marcus is building while James is spending. Marcus is not a genius. He is not making dramatic sacrifices. He is not living miserably. He is simply doing one thing consistently, keeping a gap between what he earns and what he spends. And into that gap, every single month, he places money into productive assets. Not for next month, for the next decade. Here is the critical thing to understand about building assets over time. Small amounts placed consistently and allowed to grow productively do not add, they multiply. The $200 Marcus put in during month 1 is not just $200 after 10 years. It has been working, compounding, growing on top of itself every single year. Meanwhile, James's $6,000 lifestyle requires a $6,000 income to maintain it. The moment James's income stops, his lifestyle stops with it. The moment Marcus's income stops, his assets keep working. James built a ceiling that requires constant maintenance. Marcus built a floor that holds on its own. Same starting point, same income.
completely different financial destination because of one invisible decision made differently every single month. Lifestyle creep is not just one trap. It contains 3 specific traps that each generation falls into, and understanding all 3 is the key to escaping them. The first trap is the visible upgrade trap. This is the most obvious one. New phone, new car, new apartment. Every visible thing in your life gets upgraded every time your income grows. The upgrades feel earned, but every upgrade is a commitment, a new monthly cost that your income must now permanently cover. The second trap is the experience trap. This one is more subtle and more dangerous because experiences feel virtuous. Holidays, dinners, events. Experiences are not wrong, but when every income increase immediately becomes a more expensive experience, you are still spending every dollar you earn, just on memories instead of objects. The result is identical. No gap, no assets, no foundation. The third trap is the aesthetic trap. This is the sneakiest one. Your home needs to look a certain way. Your workspace needs a certain quality. Your wardrobe needs to reflect where you are going. These are small upgrades, individually harmless, but collectively, they consume the margin between your income and your financial freedom silently and continuously. All 3 traps feel different. All 3 have the same result. Every dollar earned, gone. Every generation, reset.
Marcus does not deny himself everything. That is not the lesson. Marcus makes one fundamental decision that James never made. Marcus decided very early that every time his income goes up, his asset building goes up first. Not his lifestyle, his asset building first. His lifestyle gets a modest upgrade too. Marcus is not punishing himself. But the first and most important destination for every income increase is his financial foundation. Not the car, not the apartment, not the wardrobe. The foundation first. Always the foundation first. This single ordering of priorities, assets before lifestyle, is the entire difference between James and Marcus 10 years from now. James will still be working because he must. Marcus will be working because he chooses to. James will be chasing his next raise to cover his next upgrade. Marcus will be watching his assets generate income that covers his life, whether he works or not. Same discipline required, same income available, different sequence of decisions, completely different life. Here is what you do, starting now. Not next month, not after the next raise. Now. First, calculate your actual savings rate today. Take everything you saved this month, divide it by your total income, and multiply by 100. If that number is below 20%, lifestyle creep is already inside your finances. That is your honest starting point. Second, the next time your income increases, commit to this one rule before anything else. Send at least 50% of every income increase directly into building assets before your lifestyle sees a single dollar of it. You still get an upgrade. Your foundation gets one first. Third, audit the 3 traps. Go through your expenses and find your visible upgrades, your experience spending, and your aesthetic spending. Not to eliminate them, to make them conscious. Conscious spending is the opposite of lifestyle creep. Creep happens in the dark. Awareness turns the light on. Fourth, think in decades, not months. The money you do not spend visibly today is not money you are losing. It is money you are sending forward in time to a version of yourself who will need options. More than upgrades, James is not a bad person. James is a good person making the same mistake his father made and his father's father before him. The reset button does not press itself because of bad character. It presses because nobody showed them the trap before they stepped into it. Now you have seen it. The one financial mistake every generation repeats is not a bad investment or a failed business. It is the quiet, comfortable, completely natural decision to spend every dollar you earn on the life you have instead of the life you are building. Marcus did not find a secret. He just decided early enough that his foundation mattered more than his appearance, that his options mattered more than his upgrades.
that the life nobody could see him building was more important than the life everyone around him could see. I am Mr. Max Wealth. The generation that breaks the cycle is not the one that earns the most. It is the one that finally understands the trap. See you in the next one.